everyone. I hope you just enjoyed that amazing race that we just had, and I hope you're ready for the next one. So Jamie isn't here right now, so I'll be doing a little solo comms until she shows up. But for now, I think the runners are both getting ready, and we'll be starting shortly. All right, I think we're gonna get ready sooner than later since the last match went a little late. So Jamie ever shows back to her computer, shows back up, then she can jump on. But yeah, I have a quote from Rhino here that he doesn't care about average time. He's murdering Milo in cold blood. So we might see some shenanigans out of him later in the race. I think both runners are getting ready to, warming up, getting ready now. We should be starting in a minute or two. I'm definitely looking forward to this race. Their PBs are around 5 minutes apart, 4 minutes apart, which really means anything can happen, which is pretty interesting. Yes, Rhino is going to be getting his KP practice, the most important practice, most important thing of the run. Obviously. I don't know what he's doing. Looks like he's trying to do underplat, appease the fans. But, yeah, so... Yes, there we go. Underplat, we do love to see. Oh, okay. Now I'm all caught up. My delay was lagging a little bit. But I think we're going to get this race started. So, So hopefully we'll be getting both players up at the mode select screen, getting ready to start. So hopefully we'll get some readies from them. So if you do not know, this is the 2021 Hollow Knight All Skills Tournament. And I'm waiting for R from Caliris right here, and we will be getting ready to go. So once we get into the run, I'll explain a little more what in its entirety is going on. All right. All right, so both runners should be on their way. Anytime now, just gotta wait for the stream delay to catch up. But as we wait, this is the Hollow Knight All Skills 2021 tournament. If you don't know what a skill is, it's pretty much all upgrades that you can get, save Dreamgate and the Ascended Dream now, just because we don't feel like getting those. Other than that, yeah, so it's Vengeful Spirit, all nail arts, stuff like that. So the first mechanic you're going to be seeing is what's called a menu drop. You open the menu up and it uncaps your menu speed. It'll be used pretty commonly along the run, so you're going to see it a lot. It's good to know what that is. Both runners have. Rhino is definitely a little more experienced with the run. Has been running a lot of different categories for a long time. He's the favorite for this round, whereas Caliris hopefully will get a good running going. But their runs, as I said before, are pretty close, only 5 minutes apart, which is closer than many things we've seen so far in the first round. So hopefully we'll be seeing some good runs from both of them. And now both runners exiting King's Pass, the hardest part of the run, obviously. And they're going to be making their way to get the first upgrade of the game, Vengeful Spirit. We're going to see a little extra menu drop from both runners. Hopefully they both walk past Elderbug to much of the speedrunners' delight and many casual players' dismay walking past Elderbug. We do have a need for the speed that only gets sated by Mila or some grub sometimes. So, yep, both runners are going to be making their way down there. This drop coming up is a pretty orangey heavy drop, which hopefully we will be seeing just a clean fall from both, which we do, which is good to see. They're pretty much both even at this point, which is very good to say. They're pretty much, yeah. I don't see any one run over the other. And there might be audio desync. I don't think so. Yeah, I think Caliris may have forgotten a load normalizer, but that's a pretty commonality that we've seen from the run so far. So that's not the end of the world. But Caliris will be getting a little bit ahead here, just due to faster load times. In addition to that, the lack of text we've also seen. And there seems to be a little audio delay. Maybe you can switch. Rhino seems to be having a little audio delay. But we might switch to Caliris' audio. Hopefully that'll improve the audio desync. But we will see. Now we're going to be seeing both players going to the first boss of the game, False Knight. And there's a actually dev-intended shortcut that you can get through this boss, get out of the boss fight early, that we're going to be using. We don't need the reward from the boss fight. We just need to get past him as fast as possible. So we're going to be... Oh, Caliris' audio does seem to be out of sync as well. But we can deal with that. It's no big deal. Just a little annoying technical issues. Hopefully we'll have these all out of the way by the first round. But yeah. So we're going to be seeing both players pick up the first of the game, the first upgrade, the Vengeful Spirit, which acts as a fireball, which you could use damage. You could do damage to enemies and also open up ways to new areas, which we're going to be doing. Less distracting than the timers, TBH, yeah. Yeah, it's a little unfortunate that we have the audios out of sync. As I said, hopefully all these unfortunalities, all these little issues are over by the first round. But that's the way the first round goes, am I right? So we may be restarting the stream to in order to fix the audio desync. But it depends on how long the stream would be out and how much we would miss. I also wouldn't want to take away any PBs possible by the runners. But if their audio is out of sync, I don't think they can submit it anyways. So I think we're going to be going out for a small minute here. I hope you guys don't mind. We're going to be getting the audios back in sync. Stream might go down for just a second, but thank you for your patience, because this is definitely one of the harder things about this type of tournament. All right, so I think we are back up. Please let me know in chat. Okay, yeah, perfect. So now, sorry, we missed a little bit, but this trick we're going to be seeing is called a Firewall Skip, where we use the fireballs that we just got to propel ourselves a little back over the edge. So, yeah, so this is a pretty common trick and I don't want to say easy, but a trick that is pretty quickly learned by runners. I'm not sure because the audio, the sync was out if Caliris got it, but I definitely saw Rhino get the second one. Yeah, Rhino definitely looks a little ahead right now, which is good to see from him. He definitely, his early game, he said, was definitely his best part since he has ran, what's it called, any percent for a long time, and the any percent beginning is very similar to the all skills beginning, early game beginning, whatever you want to call it. So we should be seeing a pretty consistent and good early game out of him. He looks to be around 30 seconds ahead, 28 seconds ahead, which is pretty fortunate. He gets the good RNG here, which we do like to see, and that is good. So now both of these players are going to be making their way to Hornet, which they'll be getting the Mothwing Cloak, the first movement upgrade that pretty much everyone in any run, save low percent, gets, which allows you to dash, get to new areas, and dodge enemies pretty easily. But as most important for us, move a little bit faster. So both players have specific strategies for this fight. It takes 4 hits, I believe. 4 hits to stagger her, which the runner's going to be looking to chain their staggers together so they can put Hornet into predictable patterns in which they can get off as much damage as possible. So Rhino with a pretty clean Hornet fight, and Caliris as well. Neither of them really gained a lot of time on that fight, which is fortunate. So they're going to be doing a quit out here to return to the bench that they were just at. And so both runners are going to be going back to where they benched or didn't bench, but got their hard save at to go down and hopefully go to Claw now. Hopefully no one forgets and does the infamous Jamie skip where they forget Claw and go straight to Gruzmother. I've definitely done it. Every runner's done it a couple of times. But in a tournament setting, Rhino doesn't. Neither party forgets, which is pretty good. What you'd like to see. This is definitely a more movement-heavy split with a couple interesting skips. This room coming up is very movement-heavy and can be pretty difficult. We're going to see how both of them do. Rhino definitely, you can see the practice that he's put into this room and the ILs he's done with this room in that fall. Pretty much optimal. And he seems to be a little more ahead now. Not a huge difference, definitely make-upable in the long run. So both of them are going to be going past Cloth, the best NPC in the game, arguably. And they're going to be making their way to the Claw, which there's a couple more tricks that they're going to have to do. One of them being E-Pogo, or Explosion Pogo, where they pogo off an explosion that is coming up. Using, there's some sporgs coming out here, I think that's what they're called. And they're going to be pogoing off the explosion to get up to this ledge up on the left we see. We see Caliris going for it now. Pretty clean. And Rhino. Ooh, a little, almost clipped the edge, but pretty confident in his ability to get it anyways. So now both of them are going to be doing something called Mantis Skip. Caliris taking a little safer route, but he definitely gets it. Ooh, Rhino forgetting or missing the lever, didn't forget. And struggling a little bit on Mantis Pogo, losing him a little bit of time. This will put the racers, those tournament nerves definitely getting to him a little bit. He's going to be taking his time a little bit more on this section. Very unfortunate missing Mantis Pogo. It's definitely an easy trick to miss. And the RNG of the, I don't even know what they're called, Mantis. I think it's Mantis Younglings or Mantis Teenagers. Their movement is a little bit RNG, so that can definitely screw you over. So now both of them are going to be going all the way to Gruzmother, and they're going to be doing a large sequence break from a normal. So far, they've been taking a pretty normal route that a casual player would be taking, but now with Shade Pogo, they're both going to be taking a pretty different route. This trick isn't too inconsistent, and even if you're a casual player, you can learn it on your own. There's a pretty consistent setup for it. Mantis Youth, that's what it is. There's so many different enemies in this game. Hard to remember all their names. But both of them using Mantis Claw now are going to be going up and beating the Gruzmother, which there's a consistent quick kill and cleanup from both of them, which we're going to be seeing here. It's a pretty easy boss, just like the first one that we saw, just like VK that we saw, or False Knight, not VK. Messing up the bosses as per usual. Rhino does have an opportunity to make like a little bit time here. That was not the greatest cleanup, and that was an interesting quick kill. Gruzmother just followed him into the corner. Now we're going to see Caliris be picking up Shamanstone, this charm, which is like an upgrade that we can use. Allows allows the user to, their spells are going to be more potent and larger and do more damage, which is very good that we'd like to see in this run. Spells can do a lot of damage, and they're their runner's primary source of damage in this run. So Shamanstone is definitely a good pickup. And the death that we just saw, that was completely intentional. And that's going to be setting up for the Shade Skip, where we are going to go all the way from early game areas to a pretty mid to late game area of Right Side City. Rhino trying a little special strat to get some extra geo. Nothing too crazy out of there. Yeah, unfortunately, we do have mismatched timers. That's just one of the runners forgot low normalizer. Ooh, Rhino unfortunately gets a fireball there, which is a good recovery after the fact, though. It's very unlucky. It's a quarter chance to get a fireball there, but pretty unlucky out of him. I'm just looking at Rhino's timer to see where the runners are at. I think Rhino's still a little bit ahead, even after the Mantis Bogo mishap, just due to good movement. Yeah, he's around 20 seconds ahead, 20 to like 15 seconds ahead still. And now we're going to see both of the runners elect to not go to Dream Now in this run, as they would do in any percent. Instead, they're going to be going to City and getting an upgrade called Slash, which a very popular Scandinavian streamer likes to say a lot, and that we're going to be seeing them perform something called lever skips. So what that basically is in this patch of the game, you can hit levers through walls, and the Slash ability allows the runners to hit them from more distance, which pretty much opens up various new levers for them to use. That we're going to be seeing them using that multiple times throughout the run, but they're going to be collecting a little bit of extra geo from Gorgeous Husk here, or we're going to see from Caliris. Getting a little extra geo. This boss actually drops 420 geo. So make of that as you will of what he was doing in there. The very large and gorgeous enemy. And he's going to be quitting out, going back to the bench he took. And he's going to be making his way to Kingdom's Edge to grab Slash from one of the mailmen. I think it's Oro, right? Yeah, Oro's the one that's out in Kingdom's Edge. We're going to see Rhino clean up Gorgeous Husk pretty easily as well. Wait, it doesn't really, the damage here doesn't really matter overly because they're just prepping to quit out once again. And we're going to be seeing Caliris come into this area. This area is pretty challenging to casual runners and to speedrunners alike, especially if you don't have enough geo like Caliris doesn't. He's going to need to collect a little bit of extra geo from these mini hoppers and Rhino as well. That's just the geo routing in this part of the run is very tight since it is pretty expensive. Ooh, now we're going to be seeing a little bit of extra danger. He's on 1 HP. These primal aspids can be incredibly annoying, and they seem to have auto aim on wherever you are. And they do have a lot of health as well. So we're going to see him taking his time, trying to get health. Ooh, very unfortunate death there. Doesn't lose too much time, but it is very, very tough to come back from a death in this close to a race. Rhino taking his time, getting his geo as well as Caliris. Any stopping in this route, that's why it's so important to try to have as much geo as you can before this route, because any stopping just allows those primal aspids to really lock on and get some good aims at you. Ooh, Rhino with a very good great hopper hit there, and he's going to be with geo to spare after collecting the mini hoppers. So it might be smart for Caliris to grab that first row, but he's going to be prioritizing getting his shade, taking a couple more damage on the way. He's 2 geo short, which is really unfortunate, and he can't really afford to take any more damage. Ooh, that's really unfortunate again. Yeah, this is a very, very difficult part of the run, especially if you don't have enough geo. Big F's in chat for Caliris. So he still doesn't have enough geo, so he'll have to probably grab one from the mini hoppers on his way. But we're going to see Rhino. We're going to see Rhino be going all the way across to Desolate Dive, another pretty difficult part of the run. The current patch version of this part in the current patch of the run is much harder, but actually no, they grabbed Shade Soul first, sorry. I'm current patch runner over here. They're gonna be grabbing Shade Soul first, using their dash slash ability to unlock that lever without having to get any keys or anything. Steal Geo from Mila. That is the correct decision. First is killing Mila, now we're stealing Geo too. So Caliris pretty cleanly gets his shade and makes his way all the way to the Nailmaster. Hopefully, if he can keep his wits about him and not get too shaken by his early deaths, he may be able to perform a little bit of a comeback. But yeah, he is a pretty good PB as well, so it's unlikely that we're going to see a tournament PB out of him. So Rhino, he's going to be doing this arena pretty easily, and we're going to be seeing the first lever skip out of him coming up soon. He's going to be going to the left here, and he's going to be skipping this entire boss fight in order to do the lever skip. Going up this elevator, charge up his nail art, all stuff we've seen before, and as you see, he nails through the door and gets the shade upgraded Vengeful Spirit or Shade Soul. On current patch, these two rooms are actually on two completely separate rooms, so it would be impossible to do no matter what. But in this version, it's pretty easy. Caliris, we're going to be seeing a little bit of any % muscle memory stopping right after, well, I don't know what run that muscle memory that's from. But definitely a little stop there, but we're going to be seeing Caliris go do what Rhino just did, and Rhino making his way to Desolate Dive. Another movement ability slash gate opener slash everything else. We're going to be seeing another dash slash out of him. And this is the boss that he skipped. We're going to be seeing another one. He should clean up pretty quickly. These guys are really not that tough once you get Vengeful Spirit. Shade Soul, sorry. But Shade Soul definitely shreds them, as it does with a lot of bosses in this game. Ooh, bad RNG, him teleporting there, but Rhino definitely knows how to clean him up and not take any damage. That's pretty impressive. I definitely would have ran into him. We're going to be seeing another dash slash right here and skip a very, very difficult room on current patch. On current patch, this room is definitely one of the worst in the run, but 1, 2, 2, 1 runners get to skip and go on their way. Please note that he is not taking those soul jars. 1, because his soul is full, and 2, because if he shade souls that way during the fight, he's able to collect them and use them for. Yeah, you see, he's getting the soul from the shade jars that he just shade sold. Caliris picking up Shade Soul right now, and Rhino makes quick work of the Soul Master. Now this fight isn't quite done yet. In something that gave me a big scare in my casual playthrough, he has a second phase. I'm interested to see what strat he's going to go through. Just jumps, nothing too crazy, pretty tournament safe. And he's going to go up and fireball him in the corner. Get it easy. Get it pretty easy. I cannot speak today. But we're going to be seeing Caliris go through this area as well. Get that lever skip, no problem. And, ooh, get a little cool wall cling storage in there. If you don't know what wall cling storage is, if you dash through a gate as it's opening, then you still wall cling to it, and you go pretty fast and far out of it. We use it various times. Ooh, good dodge from him as well. We're going to be seeing Rhino doing the third or fourth dash slash lever hit through the door, lever skip. And he's going to be getting out of this area with little to no worry. These lever skips definitely come in a lot of handy in this area. There's a lot of levers that you have to hit, and it's pretty miserable without them as current patch runners now. Now from here, we're going to be seeing him go across to, he's going to be going back to King Station where he was before. And he's going to be, from there, he's going to be going to Crystal Peaks. A mid to early game area that he's going to be going and getting another movement ability called the Crystal Dash. Caliris also making good work of the Soul Master, using those Shade Souls to hit as many double hits as he can. And we're gonna be. I'm also gonna be interested in seeing what strategies Caliris goes for in the second half of the fight as well. It's always pretty interesting to see what they like to do. Ooh, Rhino taking a big hit there. No worries, because I believe they take the bench here, even on current patch. Just has to be pretty careful. Yeah, definitely taking the bench here. It's no big deal. Definitely could have been detrimental if he died there. That would have been a big death. And would have allowed for Caliris to pretty much be back on pace with him. If not only a little bit behind. So Rhino making his way quickly through the City of Tears, collecting Geo on the way, beating up these enemies. And Caliris is going to be making his way out of Soul Sanctum, using the lever skips that we've seen throughout the run. So yeah, so Rhino you always have to avoid these Great Host entries, and let's see if we see Impossible Jump out of him. Oh, yes, we do. Beautiful. That jump used to be pretty difficult. Now there's a pretty consistent setup for it, and it's always, I love to see it. Ooh, Caliris with a unfortunate death there. It doesn't lose too much time, but it still sucks to die there. Yeah, it definitely is unfortunate. You can still follow the same route though. Maybe use some pogos. Ooh. Your shade, I think it's going to be all the way down, which might be unfortunate. I actually am not familiar with where the shade will spawn. Is it up? No, I think it is down. And yeah, that is a very tough area. It's probably smart for him to just damage tank out of here and just deal with the consequences. Maybe pogo. Ooh, this would be another very unfortunate death. Oh, that is unfortunate. Tournament nerves seem to be getting to Caliris. Hopefully he can bring this back up for a decent rest of the run. Yeah, this is a very, very tough area. There's tons of these little mistakes and follies. I'm not joking, that's literally what they're called. Can be very, very annoying. See, I do know some enemy names, just not all of them. Yeah, damage tanking out of here is definitely a doable strat on both runs of this game. Hopefully he gets up to this platform. Oh, that is unfortunate. Once you jump and hit that right wall, it's pretty much scot-free, but big triple oof out of Caliris. Not what you want to see. Let's turn our eyes back to RhinoFeeder, who's going to be making his way pretty cleanly through Crystal Peaks. We're going to be seeing if he goes for Pogax coming up, which is a pretty interesting trick. It's probably, yeah, looks like it. Ooh, bad RNG out of the thrower, but he still gets it. That's very impressive out of him. And he's going to be going up this coming room for him is very cycles based. And if he can get it through all the way with no damage, you can get God Cycle or God Pixel. It does not look like he gets the cycle, but pretty clean room nonetheless. Caliris finally making out of that room, which is a very, very tough obstacle at this point in the game. Actually, I should not try to curse him too soon, but he's at 2 health, going to be collecting a little extra soul. Hopefully he remembers to get both guys. Yeah, this is definitely a little stressful from Caliris' point of view, but hopefully he recovers a little bit. I hope he remembers he does have to grab a little extra soul here. Oh, that's good that those guys respond so he can't get soft locked. We're going to be seeing Rhino charge up a nail art here to hopefully go to... Is it Homo Ball? Homo Dash Slash? Who knows? He's going to be... What? He's going to be going for Damageless Cycle, which is a very, very tight trick to get through this entire area damageless. Still at 5 health. Very impressive. And of course, an underplat out of him. We love to see the underplats. So Caliris making his way out of the room, out of Soul Sanctum, and hopefully he does not want to see this area ever again. Oh, taking some elevator spikes. Not the preferred outcome, but with 2 health, he should be pretty fine. Oh no, I shouldn't have said that, but I have faith. I have faith. RhinoFeeder, he's going to be going pretty soon. There's going to be a dark room, which is a room that you would typically need to use Lumafly Lantern to see, but we speedrunners don't really need the lanterns. We just use echolocation and consistent dashes to find where we're going to be going. Rhino with a little bit of BM on the grub there, but thankfully he got it. So looking forward to see Rhino's strat here. It's very impressive that he still has 5 health. Oh, may have cursed him there, but he still has 5 health going into this last area. He should be completely fine. And Caliris is going to be making his way to the Crystal Peaks as well. So here he's going to be grabbing the upgraded version of the dive that you just saw him use, Descending Dark. Descending Dark, which gives iframes, which if you didn't know, lets you not take damage. Silly gamers, just use iframes. So Rhino's going to be taking a long way around and not going to be poing off the first set, which is a pretty precise jump. I haven't used it much as a current patch runner, but here you're going to be seeing he's going to be storing his dash slash momentum and ramming his head into these spikes for early control. You see he's going to be able to move while he's still picking up the item. So we're going to be seeing Caliris be going to Crystal Peaks, and RhinoFeeder is going to be doubling back and going and getting Dream Nail, which is a great upgrade. If you didn't know, is absolutely necessary to finish the game. And what am I kidding? I wouldn't know what Dream Nail is. Sorry, just grabbing a sip of water. Bad etiquette, my bad. Rhino is going to be... these platforms can be definitely something tricky if you aren't really familiar with them. It's pretty punishing if you miss a jump here or miss a dash here, because you'll fall out of the transition and go back to where you back to where you went out. But as we saw, he leaves there, which saves time in load times, but loses time in real time. It's a common strategy used. It only works in the 1.2.2.1 version. It saves around a second. It's a pretty interesting technique as well. So let's see if he makes the second underplat of the run. Yes, he does pretty cleanly. Rhino is definitely pretty consistent movement, and he has for a while. He's put in various amounts of hours into pretty much every segment on this run, and even though it's coming out of his area of familiarity to that any percent in the areas that any percent shares, it's still a pretty comfortable area of the run for him. And we're going to be seeing Caliris as well going up and doing just what Rhino did, going up and grabbing Crystal Heart and Descending Dark as well. And Rhino here is going to be going to Lorien, doing the Watcher Knights here, which is going to be very satisfying for any percent runners here, because in this version we just get to use Descending Dark to shred the enemies, which is pretty satisfying if you're used to any percent, where you usually have to be very careful about this boss fight. So there's a decent amount of consistent strats that just work on this patch. Usually it's 3 dives or 2 dives, 1 nail hit and a fireball to kill these things, if I recall correctly. So Rhino, something that he's doing there is the iframes in this version are long enough to work to the fact that you can just chain descending darks together and you'll never get hit by the enemy. That does not work on the current patch of the game, unfortunately. But it is good to see Rhino putting out very good damage here. This is a pretty good boss fight. See, get him getting away is a little unfortunate, but it's definitely not the end of the world. Caliris with 4 hearts here, or 4 masks here coming into this segment of the run should be pretty safe. I just want to point out that it is very bad to die in this split that Caliris is in. You lose a lot of time, and it's just overall not great. But Caliris running through this area pretty cleanly. He looks like he knows what he's doing. Commentator's Cursed, perfectly on time. I would expect nothing else out of myself. I said I'd be commentators cursing Rhino as much as I can, but I seem to be commentators cursing Caliris just as much. So let's start cursing Rhino a little bit more. But him taking a hit there, returning to the beginning of the room, resetting the room, definitely a smart idea. Let's see if he does not trust himself with just 2 health going into this room. Is going to be paying for his, I don't want to say, that's a definitely very, very unfortunate death. That loses around 3 to 4 minutes of going all the way through Crystal Peaks. So that's definitely one of the more unfortunate deaths that you don't want to see in this type of run. But RhinoFeeder doing pretty well for himself. He's going to be grabbing this chest, a little extra geo for his travels, and he's going to be making his way down to Ancient Basin, he's going to be grabbing Isma's Tier along the way, which we're going to see some pretty interesting and moderately difficult skips out of him. I have no doubt that he is going to nail them all perfectly on his first try. There we go. There's some commentators' curses for Rhino. Got to make it even. Yeah, so in this moment where both of them are just traveling, make sure to check out both the runners. Rhino has been streaming Hollow Knight for a long time, and Caliris is going to be, the 666 Geo. Caliris says he's going to be running Hollow Knight in the future. Looking forward to how both of them perform in the tournament upcoming. Little bit of stream lag on my end. I don't know how you guys are doing, but Rhino missing the skip. Maybe that commentator's curse came in a little too hard. It's definitely a very difficult skip if you don't catch good momentum. But he does get it on his last health. We do like to see it. These skips, there is a spot where you can recover soul here. I have no doubt that Rhino's going to go for it. Yeah, definitely very familiar with this area. It's good infinite geo here from the Egu container, as I call it. Yeah, very clutch from Rhino. I expect nothing else, nothing less from the Mr. Feeder. He's going to be doing this acid skip, which isn't too difficult. The second half, I was about to say, that second half is definitely more difficult. Getting off that wall is probably the hardest part of the skip. But he does 2 tries, no problem. Caliris trying to find his way back to where his shade was. If he just goes up here to the right, he should find it pretty easily. There we go. He got his way. He gets a early control there using the, I won't say the word, as it is a curse word in some circles. But he gets early control there, perfectly legal, and it is not a major glitch, it's just a minor glitch. Hence the no major glitches. And Rhino's going to be making his way out of here, down, and hopefully be grabbing wings next, which should be pretty good. Caliris is still struggling with the dark room, which we is a little unfortunate. There are some more safety strats. But, ooh, Rhino with a little, he still has the Isma's Tier essence, which he was talking about today. We were actually talking about this on the Discord today. This is not a major glitch. It's just happens when you quit out perfectly when you get Isma's Tier and when the particle effects are going. More Hollow Knight Papega for you all. There are some safety strats for this dark room. I don't know if Caliris knows them. Yeah, it does not look like Caliris knows them and is therefore struggling with the safety strats on this room. I take the safety strats. You gotta usually be pretty bold and not take the safety strats there. He's gonna be trying to gather a little geo trapped in between a rock and a hard place. Ooh, just gonna be getting his geo pretty cleanly. And Rhino is going to be coming here. There's a lot of RNG on these Molochs coming up, which are the big spitty things that he's going to be going past. And feel free to cast your votes on how many he's going to get hit by or not hit by. Because they are there's some strategies that we use to try to avoid them, but it's mostly inconsistent. I don't want to curse him, but very clean so far. He has one left to go. Correct me if I'm wrong. If he can get a no-hit from the Molochs, ooh, that's spicy RNG. The RNG gods are favoring him today, but Caliris does get through the dark room pretty cleanly while I wasn't looking, which is, we like to see. He's going to be going here, getting Descending Dark, hopefully cleanly. And, yeah, so Rhino's going to be doing this boss fight, the Lost Kin, or is that the harder version? Broken Vessel. Broken Vessel is this version. Some things to look for in this boss fight and the rest of the boss fights are that headbang attack that he's doing now is very good and is their favorite and is the runner's favorite and the best attack you can get because you can just spam Descending Darks on them, which is very good. You see how quickly he got it. Rhino's getting really good RNG in the split, which is you do like to see. It might be a gold for him with the amount of good RNG he's getting. We'll see in the future. But well, I mean, we'll see when he shows his splits everywhere. It looks pretty clean to me, but what do I really know? Caliris making his way to Dreamnail, following in Rhino's footsteps, and Rhino getting the last movement ability and in the double jump or Monarch Wings, which we don't really use in the run, but we have to get it anyways because it's a skill. And hence all skills. But yep, so Rhino is going to be making his way to the outer reaches of the of Hollow Nest to go get King's Brand, facing Hornet 2 along the way. Arguably, or I would say inarguably, the hardest boss fight in this run, Hornet 2. There's going to be a lot of things you want to look for there. Again, double hits are going to be very, very crucial. And Descending Darks are going to be good as well, but double hits, you definitely want to get as many as you can. Ooh, failed the underplat from Caliris. Not the worst, loses around 10 seconds or less. It loses 10 seconds at any percent. I just know that because I would always fail them multiple times at any percent. So we're going to be seeing Rhino use the Stag Station to make his way all the way out to the to Kingdom's Edge. He's going to be using his Crystal Dash to go through these rooms now as fast as he can. Not having to dash like a measly peasant through these rooms is going to be pretty good from him. Caliris as well, he's going to be making his way back. Hopefully doing the Isma skips, or he will be doing the Isma skips. I'm not going to say anything about it because I do not want to curse him again. But Rhino is going to be making his way back to all the way to Hornet 2, which should be a very interesting boss fight to watch. It's definitely more interesting boss fight to watch. Very high paced and interesting. I said interesting like 5 times there, but we're going to gloss over that. He elects to not take the safety bench. He has decent enough confidence in himself to keep running, which is we do like to see. And we'll see how the fight goes. Yeah, so just like Hornet 1, there's a certain number that you need to stagger her. Rhino says he does not count it. Some runners do, a lot of runners don't. But you will see her stagger from time to time. So the runner's goals in this is to try to keep them in keep Hornet 2, keep her in the corners as long as you can. And hopefully predict her movements and not let her get anything out by surprise. Rhino, this fight is pretty clean so far. It's not necessarily the fastest you've ever seen, but it is very clean, which we do expect. And just at the same time, we're going to be seeing Caliris do the Watcher Knights. Abuse them, which we do love to see. The Watcher Knights do deserve to be abused. Gets a nice parry there to not take damage. He should be cleaning up these Watcher Knights pretty cleanly. Hopefully. He has no soul to recover health. I really have to just stop talking. But at the same time, Rhino is going to be collecting his King's Brand. Okay, Caliris is going to be getting out of here pretty quickly. And a little bit scarily. Rhino is definitely ahead by quite a margin at this point. There's definitely some points that he could, I don't want to say throw, but yeah, throw the run away. But he's an experienced enough player that even if he does mess up once or twice, it shouldn't be the end of the world. So from here, Rhino's going to be going back and grabbing Cyclone Slash, the second nail art. This nail art allows you to spin in place, do some cool things with the last room of the game, which hopefully we might see out of him. But overall, it allows you to fall faster, get a lot of damage per second out. Not quite as much as fireballs or spells, I think, but it is a pretty good nail art that we're going to be getting here. And for unlike Dash Slash, this one's free, which we do like to see. Caliris pulling up Lorien, getting his health back, and he's going to be making his way down to the Ancient Basin and getting his Mist Tear as well. We're going to see Rhino be going back to Dirtmouth. Dirtmouth? Is it Dirtmouth or Dirtmouth? I think it's Dirtmouth. It's Mouth. We'll keep that in contention. But I said this at the beginning of the run, but it's also going to be. I'll bring it back up. Rhino, I am quoting Rhino here when he said he doesn't even care about average time. I'm murdering Mila in cold blood. So we may see a Mila kill in the run, the first of the tournament. It would be pretty special to see this. If he's not on PB pace, I can't tell. If anyone in chat that is more experienced with me with speedruns could tell me of how good of a pace Rhino's on right now. He seems to be doing pretty good. It's a couple small mistakes, nothing overly crazy. Caliris having a couple unfortunate deaths and is going to be doing the nail pogo spike clearing. The German translation translated to mouth. Dirt moist. Yeah, he's going to be... This is definitely one of the more difficult skips because as soon as you hit your nail hit, you need to time it perfect. You need to time your dash perfectly, but Caliris gets it. No problem. And he will probably be getting the extra soul from the Egu container as well. Ooh, but he forgets about the explodey fly thing. Back on the trend, and he's gonna be. Ooh, that is a tough death. Caliris not being too lucky so far this run. Very unfortunate, but it's impressive. Rhino is very far from PB pace. All right, that is good to know. I would expect his PB to be much faster than anything you really can do in a tournament setting. But Caliris, he's been having a slew of unfortunate deaths, but been recovering, bouncing back for them as well as he can. It's good to see he's still running and still trying to run as fast as he can. even after the deaths. Rhino is going to be making his way down here, doing a cool little drop. Ooh, getting hit, but it's no big deal. He's going to be going to one of the harder bosses in any percent again, but it's no big deal here, called Umu. There is a one cycle that exists. We're going to see if he goes for it, which I don't doubt he will, and if he gets it, which is a little harder to predict. I don't think he'll take the bench here. He doesn't. Caliris getting his shade and hopefully doing these skips with no problem. Rhino dodging explosions left and right as he makes his way to Umu. Maybe he thinks about getting some extra soul, but he doesn't. It is Umu time, chat. So the quick kill with Umu, or the one cycle with Umu on this patch, involves pushing him as far as you can out of bounds. So much so to the fact that so much for the fact that it insta kills him, I believe, or that doubles are free. One of the two. Caliris getting Isma's tier, doing that last shade skip. Definitely one of the harder of the two. Ooh, unfortunate. Rhino does not get the one cycle, but the 2 cycles should be pretty free. As I say, trying to curse him. Caliris making his way. He's going to be going to Monarch. He's going to be going to Ancient Basin, grabbing Monarch Wings, and Rhino will be cleaning up this fight pretty quickly. Yeah, just one fireball off. Unfortunate. So Rhino is going to be grabbing this. A cool tidbit that pretty much every speedrunner knows, that you can't line up where you talk to Quirrell and talk to him at the same time. No casual player would ever know that, but pretty much all speedrunners would know that. So Caliris is going to be getting Monarch Wings as well. This is definitely a tough part of the run. As I said before, a lot of RNG that Rhino got very lucky with. And hopefully Caliris gets the same luck. But after this, Rhino is going to be making his way into Queen's Garden, doing another lever skip to get to Cyclone. To get to... he's going to be going and getting Great Slash first, then he's going to be going into Queen's Gardens. Getting my order messed up. But he's going to be going to the far reaches of Green Path and getting his... Ooh, Caliris not getting his Great Slash. Caliris not getting his lucky with the Monarchs, and taking a little bit of damage from them. But he's going to be grabbing a little extra soul here, and should be finishing the rest of the runes, no problem. Rhino is going to be making his way up here. He does have to bench here, because he will be quitting out and bench warping back. Or, yeah, save and quit out. Not really technically a bench warp, but he's warping to the bench. It's close enough. And Caliris is going to be doing this boss fight again, or doing this boss fight. Remember, it is important for them to try to hit doubles, and that whatever infection spraying attack is also pretty difficult. This climb always seems to amaze me. This almost as beautiful as an Abyss climb. It's not as technically hard, but it is pretty beautiful. A big spitting attack from Broken Vessel. Ooh, another one, but he staggers right out of it, which is unfortunate. But Caliris, with a very clean boss fight, is going to be doing the swag strat for the door. See if he gets it. And Rhino is going to be making his way to Great Slash, the final nail art, given by everybody's favorite gay artist, Shio. So Caliris is going to be quitting out here just as Rhino did, and he's going to be making his way back, or all the way out to Kingsbrand, and be doing the Hornet 2 fight. Just as Rhino did. In this patch, can you dash through that on current patch? In this patch, yes you can. You can't actually dash through that transition and get through them on current patch. Quick tidbit for you guys. But he takes a hit there, which is definitely unfortunate. Not the end of the world, though. So he's going to be going all the way out there. There's nothing too hard here. He just needs to remember to cancel his C-dash. Or no, he's not even going to go on the side of that. But yeah, he cancels the C-dash before going through that transition. Caliris is going to be doing the scurry toll. Make the toll hurry up. When I first heard about scurry toll, it was before I knew who scurry was. And I thought it was just a play on words on hurry. But scurry is actually a person. So who would have figured? So Rhino is going to be save and quitting back out to the bench he took in Archives, and he's going to be making his way now into Queen's Gardens. So we should be seeing good things out of both runners here. Some pretty interesting parts of the runs. Queen's Gardens is definitely one of the harder parts of the run, just like Hornet 2. I don't know if he's autopiloting here. Oh no, you do. I have current patch muscle memory. I apologize. He's doing what you're supposed to do, I assure you. But here you go here because you can do the lever skip. So you go this way, which is faster, and you go get Howling Wraiths. This upcoming room has a very cool strat to get. It just looks cool. That's all I have to say. To get as many of the I think squits they're called as fast as you can. So the goal in this room is to kill the squits as fast as you can. Obviously, they come in waves of 2 or 3. So he not necessarily messes up the second cycle, but he finishes off pretty quickly. And that's just a cool use of the Cyclone Slash to go down faster. Caliris with a pretty clean Hornet 2 fight so far. No damage taken, or he's healed, and I haven't seen it. Commentator cursed him again. But it looks to be going pretty well so far. And getting very clean doubles. That was a lot of damages that just got done. We do really like to see that. Chaining together doubles very nicely. That was a definitely good and professional fight out of Caliris. At least the second half that I was watching. So now we're going to see Rhino go through this area. And those spikes that those little guys put off, the spiky dudes, they don't actually do anything on this patch, which is very nice, to say the least. So you can just walk through the spikes, they can shoot them at you, they don't do anything. So they're basically just free little soul collectors. And both of these guys will die from one shade soul, which is very good. And we're going to be seeing Rhino be using a death warp right here to get all the way to the bottom very quickly. More Team Cherry spaghetti for you. He's going to be going through this area pretty cleanly. And this room has a lot of cool nuance and a lot of cool things about it. Like, there's a very, very good way that players can go through this room pretty cleanly and interestingly, and it looks cool. So it's another cool thing about speedrunning. There's sometimes it just looks really cool. And that room is definitely one of those examples. So he's going to be coming here, prepping for the dark rooms. So these rooms upcoming, all 3 of them, there's going to be 3 in a row rooms that he cannot see. And another thing to consider about the dark rooms is that if you do take a hazard, which is hitting like spikes or something, you go all the way back to the beginning of the room, which is very unfortunate. Rhino making his way through the first room, no problem. The second one is definitely the easiest of the 3. It's just one landing on a platform and C-dashing off of it. And the third one, I would say, is the most complex. But, yeah. So, Caliris, also, he's going to go get Cyclone Slash. There should be no problems. There's nothing crazy difficult on that split for him. Ooh, Rhino taking a hit. But he seems to be getting through it pretty quickly. And now it's pretty integral that they don't fall here. Oh, no. Pretty integral that the runners don't fall here. I did that on a PBA yesterday because you have to go through a very unfamiliar dark room to get back up, which is not fun. Now, unlike any percent, the runners can totally just completely skip everything here So it is pretty good. They get to completely skip sitting on the bench, and they get to go and skip all of Beast Den, just dealing with the last of these guys. No problem. Yeah, I know the dark room is not that hard, but if you don't know it, it is definitely a task if you haven't known the dark room. Yeah, that is if you know Rando and if you've played Rando, that dark room is definitely a lot easier because that is a very common route to take. So at the same time here, Caliris grabbing Cyclone Slash and Rhino grabbing the last streamer. So he only has a couple more skills to get before he is off the THK. Those being Shade Cloak, which is the upgraded Dash, and Abyss Shriek, the upgraded Howling Wraiths. So Rhino, he does not have any soul, so he's not going to be going directly left, as you might have seen in the last race. It's just a little bit slower to go right. If you don't have any soul, though, it is faster. Now we're going to be seeing Caliris go to Umu coming up. This should be this fall. It definitely is very RNG based, and you can get hit. Affectionately called Fireborn, getting Fireborned, getting hit a lot there. After he did it like 3 times in one of his races. Very unfortunate. So Caliris is going to be making his way all the way out here. Pretty easy. This upcoming drop is not the easiest though. Let's see what strategy he uses. Yeah, he knows the good strat. Yeah. It's pretty much identical fall to the one that Rhino had. And Rhino's going to be making his way down to the Abyss. Probably one of the hardest areas in the game, or at least scariest. And if you're into lore, there's a lot of weird and cool lore surrounding the Abyss, which is pretty cool. We'll see if he goes for Swag Door here. Oh, he does decide to go for Swag Door. A beautiful sight. Just C-dashing through as soon as the door opens. And there is a strat. Yeah, a very popular strat right there to go down as fast as possible. Rhino definitely knows it. Caliris probably knows it as well. And Rhino's going to be making his way through this place. An important thing to note for this part is the main enemies of this area, the siblings. They do 2 damage instead of 1. So if you get hit 3 times by one of them, or once by a random thing, and then twice by the siblings. So these little guys, yeah, as you see, you take 2 damage and it plays a very scary noise. But Rhino's cleaning up them pretty quickly, and with this lighthouse being up, all the siblings go away. And I don't have the audio, but it looks like Caliris got the 1 cycle, which will bring him back a little bit of extra time. Yeah, and Caliris. Another interesting thing is Walk-Leg Storage stays even if you're in acid, which is pretty cool. Yeah, who would die to the siblings, lol? Some 15, 14-year-old resident streamer that has a color for a name. I forget who it is. Yeah, who would ever die to siblings, especially late in a true ending run? Yeah, Caliris definitely has a lot of cool strats. I'm looking forward to his upcoming races. He got really unfortunate with a bad early game, but the rest of the run so far has been very, very good. What we've seen in the last 7 minutes from him has been very good. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the tournament. I have high hopes for Caliris for the rest of the tournament. Definitely can win a bunch of matches when playing people of not quite Rhino's caliber. Rhino is a very definitely tough opponent for the first round of the tournament. A lot of knowledge and a lot of experience with running. We're going to be seeing him grabbing his last skill, the Abyss Shriek, which is the most damaging of all spells. So they try to use it as much as possible when they have it. And he's going to be making his way off to THK after this. Yeah, so Rhino's PB is a 51 minute and 52 second, so we probably won't be seeing a PB from him, but we will definitely be seeing a good time. I was here wondering what the fuck I never died. Oh, sorry, my language, sorry. WTF, I never died to siblings. Yeah. There's some unnamed streamer that has died to siblings as of late that is getting bullied for it. If you don't know, it is a true ending speedrunner named after a color. That's probably all the hints I have to get. So now we're going to be seeing Rhino go and do Abyss Climb, which is probably one of the most beautiful parts of the run, if done correctly. He talked about it in his last run. It's very, very technical in terms of maneuvering and movement, but is very, very optimizable. So Caliris is going to be making his way to Great Slash. He's going to be doing these C dashes, getting there as fast as he can, and Rhino's going to be making his way to THK to finish the game. With maybe a pit stop on the way. We do not know about the pit stop that is coming up. It could happen. He said it might happen. Yeah, that was a very, very clean Abyss climb from Rhino. But we will see if the blessed will be coming. So Caliris making his way to Great Slash, nothing crazy. And Rhino potentially going straight to THK and potentially taking a quick detour. Don't want to get anyone's hypes up. Oh, we do see the detour. Rhino. Boo! Boo! Scammed! Oh, but we are going to be seeing, Dab Night from him right here, which is a beautiful sight for Sore Eyes and almost makes it up the fact that he didn't grab Milo. So if you don't know, just like before with in the Crystallized Mound, he saved the state of being able to dash slash. You can save the state of cycloning, and you spin around very fast while you're doing the transition, and you just keep doing it. And it's beautiful. So we're all gonna have to definitely bully Rhino when in his post-game interview about the scam that just took place. And we're gonna be seeing an interesting. Caliris is gonna be going for Wraiths at this point. My Crew Patch muscle memory just keeps clicking in this part of the run. But Rhino, the main focus of this fight, he's going to be trying to get off as many Abyss streaks as he can and stay as close to THK as he can, get as much damage off in a row. Any chance he gets, he's going to Abyss streak, because that just does insane damage. I think 120 damage per if he gets all 4 hits off, or 3? Is it 3 or 4? If he gets all the hits off, it's 120 damage, which is incredible. Correct me if I'm wrong. And we're going to be seeing Caliris doing this strat as well, pretty cleanly. He's going to be getting Howling Wraiths with no deal difficulty. Now, this is an attack you really want to see, especially at this part of the race. And he does Scream, Skip, which is very important. Big GG's to RhinoFeeder, a very good run. Oh, he's gonna be scamming. He's just gonna be chilling, forfeiting his good average time for the content, if you will. Yeah, Scream, Skip. It's pretty much just RNG, but you do need a little skill to perform it as well. But very good run from Rhino. Just over a 42, a 54, a 42. Where did I get the 4 into the 2? I saw maybe 54.02. Very good run from Rhino. And Caliris is going to be finishing up rather soon. I'm just going to let him know that Rhino finished. Actually, let me mark Rhino as the winner. sorry. Just letting Caliris know that we finished. Big GGs to both runners. Caliris is probably going to finish out his run. Show everyone how his late game is doing. Because so far his late game has been very impressive. Yeah, just a couple mishaps in the beginning. In Soul Sanctum, it's so easy just to get chain death. And it's good that he never actually ended up losing all his Geo, which would have been even worse of a time loss. It's good that he avoided that. Now we're going to be seeing Caliris do the dark rooms. Yeah, funny enough, Caliris started doing weather when I stopped cursing him, which is good. He has no problem with this dark room. And hopefully we'll be doing the next two pretty cleanly. Yeah, this dark room is definitely a little more finicky because if you go too far in certain aspects, you can spawn the larger spiders or the larger weavers. Like one spawns here, but he comes through with full health, which is very, very impressive. Even with a heal, full health coming out of that is very impressive, and it's very comforting as a runner to know that you have a lot of health. Feel free to guess Rhino's percentages. Won't be a difficulty for anyone that knows the category, but yeah, we're going to see Rhino skip this area just as Rhino did, or we're going to see Caliris skip the area. Did I say Rhino? No, I didn't say Rhino. You heard me wrong. Yeah, so even if you get hit there with full health, it's no big deal. Very, very comfy to be doing that with full health, which is it's good to see. We're going to be seeing Caliris take on Hera now. I don't believe a dash slash actually does anything there, but correct me if I'm wrong. I think I heard that somewhere. Actually, I'm very not confident on that. Caliris just breaking the hour mark. And he's going to be making his way down. Down we go now to Shade Cloak and Abyss Streak. One of the most interesting parts of the run for the late game. Oh, we might see some post-game content out of Rhino. I would be very saddened to see if he didn't give us some post-game content. Ah, oh, the traitor. He's going to talk to Elderbug. The casuals have made it to him. Oh, no, he's not. I faked you all. I tricked you. You thought he was going to go talk to Elderbug, but the casuals will never get to RhinoFeeder. His will is too strong, and his intent on killing Myla too great. At the same time, Caliris is going to be going all the way down to the Abyss. And we should see a pretty good Abyss out of him. Nothing too crazy. What is Rhino doing with that Vengefly? Bullying it. Caliris Rhino giving us some wiggles before entering Myla room. I have to say, there's no bigger hater of Myla than RhinoFeeder. He definitely is one of the people. So it should be good to see him eventually, once he's done messing with Myla, kill her. But today will not be the day where we get the first Myla kill in run, sadly. Oh, we're going to be seeing Swag Door out of Caliris too. It is always beautiful to see. And I assume he knows the same drop as Rhino. Yep. Tries to stop the inventory drop before he takes the hard fall, but that is certainly no big deal. Yep, just remember the siblings, 2 damage, very scary, and like to bully 15-year-old children with colors for names. Yeah, we are not the bulliers. It is the children. It is the siblings. Did I say children? Yeah, it is the siblings that do the bullying. Yeah, but Caliris is definitely taking a little bit of a safer route. Nothing too crazy, but it still is a decently fast route as well. Grabbing some soul along the way, and he's going to be doing a pretty consistent drop there to not hit the void tendrils. Yes, there we go, Rhino. Perfectly executed Myla kill. That is one of the hardest tricks in the game. We do like to see it. Let's fucking go right now. And we're going to be seeing Caliris. I don't think I pointed out when Rhino did it, but they do quit out here because it is faster to quit out and then load back in than it is to wait for that cutscene to finish, which is pretty interesting. But I am a very happy man to see Mila dead. Another Rhino's gonna be grabbing up his troop, and he's just gonna be wandering around while Caliris finishes up his run. So we're gonna be seeing Caliris go all the way back across Abyss and then do the famous Abyss climb. There's some. If you're not satisfied by the Abyss climbs here, you can go check out the Abyss climb ILs, which do a little bit of different strats in order to do it faster. Trade off some speed for some RNG. And on speedrun.com, obviously the IL leaderboard, pretty interesting. And if you have a minute and want to go see it, you definitely can. Oh, is he going to be trying to get Menderbug? Oh, he is. So if you don't know here, Rhino is going to be. There is a enemy that can spawn here that it has a 1 in 50 chance of spawning, and Rhino's trying to get Menderbug. So that its name is Menderbug, and it you do kill him if you dive there. So Rhino is going to be collecting up soul for his dives, and he's just going to be going up and down in desperate search of a Menderbug to kill. We're going to be seeing Caliris. I wonder what strats he's going to use. Pretty similar strats to the ones Rhino used. Very good strats. I'm very impressed by Caliris. I have been very impressed by Caliris's ability to rebound. That is not a very easy triple pogo right there, but Caliris pulls it off. But Caliris has rebounded remarkably well from his poor beginning game. Just unfortunate RNG and then chain dying. It's just an overall unfortunate. Yeah, someone let me know if Menderbug gets killed, because I'm gonna be watching Caliris for the most part finish out his run. But yeah, the very good Abyss climb out of Caliris, and hopefully, yeah, I expect big things out of both of these runners for this tournament. Caliris definitely can make a comeback in the upcoming 4 games. If you don't know, the tournament works on a Swiss bracket. So if you win, you play other players with your exact same record. So Rhino is going to be playing people that, after this, he will be playing someone that's also gone 1-0, and then Caliris will be playing someone who's gone 0-1, et cetera, for every game. So after this first round, the matches should be pretty much equal for the entire game. Rhino's going to be hanging out with the grubs, and Caliris should be finishing out the game pretty nicely. Other than a couple mishaps from Caliris, we've seen a very clean run from him. There's been a couple spots where it's just been unfortunate just unfortunate deaths. But other than that, his movement has been very, very clean. He's stuck with Rhino all the way up until his first death, for the most part, just a minute off. But it is good to see both runners doing pretty well. Rhino, I have no doubt, is disappointed in his run. At least for a little bit. I know he is a very competitive person and likes to try to push himself sometimes farther than he can go, but he should be happy with this run. A 54.02 is a very good time. It's within 2 minutes, or just without 2 minutes of his PB. Now we're going to be seeing a THK fight out of Caliris here. I said this before, but I'll say it again. Make sure to follow both the runners. Rhino already makes Hollow Knight content, and Caliris said he is going to be doing so very soon. So !R to go see the runners. Follow their Twitches. And go join the Hollow Knight Discord too if you want to know the schedule, want to hang out in the SpeedGaming or the speedrunning channel, and maybe join the speedrunning community on your own if you're not in it. Oh, I will plug all the things. I'm an expert plugger. So this self-stab attack, if you don't know, your attacks only do 1 damage while he's going. So it's pretty safe and doesn't really lose any time at all, or it loses fractions of time if the runners just heal during it, which is usually the smart outcome. So Hollow Knight gives the bouncing attack, which can be pretty unfortunate if you don't have soul or know the strats. And that's the final scream. He does not get scream skip, but he kills him pretty quickly after. Caliris finishing up here. Big GGs. Big GGs to both runners. And I look forward, yeah, I've said this a million times, but I look forward to seeing them both in upcoming races. So stick around after the run. We're going to get them both in here for a little bit of an interview. And we'll see what we have in store from them. What they thought of their run, what their hopes for the tournament are, and anything else that they have to say. Yeah, we might bully Rhino a little bit. But for going back on his word, if you will. But he played very well. No, don't bully him. I made a clip. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, so Caliris should be invited here pretty soon, and then once they're both in here, they'll be getting in here for an interview. Yeah, no bully on Rhino. He just made the wrong decision. He just didn't want to BM. It's understandable. It's understandable. So Caliris finishing up at a 107. I don't doubt that he's disappointed by that, but there's still 4 games left. That's the beauty of the Swiss bracket. Yeah, there's still 4 games left to hopefully bring himself back up and perform better. Yeah, that's probably what he's thinking himself right now. But we'll get them both into interviews, and hopefully he'll be joining the Discord as well. I'll be checking. I'm just checking with them if they're going to be coming in for interviews. Caliris will be coming in soon, hopefully. I spelled want incredibly wrong when I just asked if Caliris wants to come in for an interview. Maybe he's not looking like it. Yeah, there's definitely no shade if he does not want to do an interview. I'll ping him. Yeah, he might not have gotten the notification from SpeedGaming to jump in for the interview yet. Yeah, Monsta and Dude X Cubed are playing in the other channel right now after the interview. We'll definitely go check them out. I'll be watching. I don't know what you guys are going to be doing. And another race starts in like 20 minutes, yeah. We'll see. But for now, I'll get Rhino in here if he wants to come in. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. Hello, Rhino. Big GGs.
Hey, thank you.
So what'd you think of your run?
Not happy. It wasn't a very good run for me, but it's a tournament setting. My nerves were absolutely crazy, so I'm happy to finish. I don't think I had any like crazy major mistakes, but you know, a lot to clean up for the future, and I'm happy with the win.
Yeah, definitely be happy with the win, and it should be good for the next time. You did very well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, big GGs. What are you hoping for the rest of the tournament? I feel like you definitely have a lot of potential for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, it'd be nice to make it into the final top 8 bracket. That's definitely an ambition of mine. I definitely don't think I put my best run forward today. I mean, I was about 30 seconds behind at Mantis Claw, so I was having a rough time. But yeah, I know I'm definitely gonna have to step it up if I want to achieve that goal. So I think this race, this being my first ever tournament race and run of this nature, really just got me into the mindset of some things I might do a little differently with my movement, and other things that I might play a bit safer than if I were going for PB attempts. So I think with this one out of the way, future runs will be a bit more relaxed for me.
Yeah, definitely. I think chat wants to know more than anything. Any comments on the Mila teas? You did say that you don't care about average time. But.
Yeah, I did that after THK for what it's. Oh, you mean when I was gonna leave? I debated it.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it, and then I saw that I could still 53 with a good THK fight. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll go kill THK. So,
yeah.
But yeah, it's all for the content. It's all for the content.
Yes, it's all for the content. I don't know if Caliris is gonna jump in here. I haven't heard anything from him. So if not, if there's no other remarks that you wanna,
I think Caliris.
Oh yeah, Caliris is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says. Yeah, he doesn't think he. So we're not gonna be having Caliris in here for an interview today. But if there's anything else you want to talk about, anything else you want to plug, say, at all.
Yeah, sure. So first off, I want to thank any of my community members that tuned in to cheer me on. I know a couple of my family members and IRL friends tune in as well. So thank you. It means the world to me that you came in to watch. And to anyone else, I'd appreciate if you go follow my Twitch, twitch.tv/RhinoFeeder, where I do a lot of Hollow Knight runs every day. Obviously, mostly focus on all skills right now for the tournament, but I also do a lot of any percent and other various runs. So come hang out with me. We have a fun time.
Yeah, definitely. So if nothing else, we're going to be wrapping up now. There's some other races going on right now. I'll be tuning into those. I hope you will too, Rhino. And I hope everyone else will be doing too. So.
One thing I got to ask you real quick, Saber. I had the stream open, but I didn't have audio on, and I saw a lot of comments about your commentary being super, super hype. Can you give me a little bit of what that was? And
I was trying to curse you as much as possible, and it might have worked for the what's it called? The
spike tunnel skip.
Yeah, the spike tunnel skip. I feel bad a little bit. I felt definitely a little bad about cursing you a little bit there, but
it happens.
I have a question. Did you gold your the Monarch Wings split?
No, I did not. I did not. I think I did save time versus my PV, but it wasn't a gold.
All right. Yeah. Big GGs to everyone, and thank you all for hanging out. Go check out the other runs.
Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for watching.